Orion Coates, broadcasting live from Barcelona, Spain, one of my favorite cities of the world. I came here to stay for a month. This part of the world birthed Cervantes, Don Quixote, the artist Miro, one of my favorite artists. You have to have a free mind to create the way Miro created. Picasso was born not far from here. The God architect, Antoni Gaudí. Geniuses, they're birthed from this region. There's something in the water, there's something in the air, there's a magical ambiance. Spanish castle magic, Jimi Hendrix. Listen to that if you get a chance. I highly recommend coming to visit this place if you're a dreamer, if you're an artist, if you're a lover of beauty. There's something to it. And keeping with the theme of fairy tales and magic pixie dust, I want to share a very little known secret about the programming of our reality. And this is really good for anyone who's looking for their purpose in life, who's seeking like a hunter for their purpose in life. That fact is your childhood, hidden in your childhood, is the foretelling of your future, your purpose in life, how everything will unfold, your destiny. It's hidden symbolically in your childhood. I know it sounds like a fairy tale dream. It sounds like the ranting of a madman, a conspiracy, a fever dream. It sounds too good to be true. But I assure you, this reality is a magical reality. It's not the mundane fog that befalls you once you go into your adulthood. It's not. And it's sad because many of us fall into that rut as we get older. And who can blame you? Who can blame us? The programming of the culture is so immense at times that I can't blame anyone for giving up, throwing in the towel, and just saying, fuck it. The pressure of the culture is, it's on you at every turn. Family, friends, relationships, the whole of society, bosses, jobs, yourself. For anyone who's looking and seeking, desperately trying to find what you're here to do, take the plunge, take a chance on yourself. In your childhood, symbolically, is a map of your future. It lays out everything that you need. Your tools, your magical tools and talents that you were born with in order to accomplish a mission. It's all in your childhood. So I want to talk about the function and the mechanics of this application and how we can access it. It's simple. So I'm sure you've heard of a prologue. If you've read a play or gone to a play, watched a movie, anything like that. In the beginning, you've seen this thing called a prologue. The prologue is the part of the play in the beginning that provides context about the story, about characters in the story, so that when you begin, there's context there. You don't just jump in. Your life is a play, a drama, a narrative, a dynamic cosmic narrative. Your childhood is at the beginning. It is the prologue of your life. If you go back and you review what you were like as a child, activities, your likes, your loves, your passions, symbolically, you will find a map of your destiny. As a preface to what I'm going to tell you, again, I must reiterate the fact that our reality is some form of a simulated construct. So in the simulation, there's an application that's programmed in to help you, a map in your childhood. It helps parents who are conscious. If they know about it, they can guide the children wisely. They can watch and observe what the children are into. Just watch them. And you can bring them up responsibly, consciously, guiding them toward their inborn vocation. Number 2, if you ever become so enshrouded in cultural pressure and darkness that you lose your way and you don't know what your purpose is in this life, rest assured, there is a map that can never be corrupted. It can never be torn like paper. It can never be burned, touched by fire. It's in your childhood memories. You carry it with you the whole of your life. It can't be touched by winds of change. It will always be there. So this is good news. It's difficult. It's very difficult. Plowing through this life, listening to your intuition. You will always have that map in your childhood. Number 3, and this is my favorite part, it's just beautiful. The divine celestial artists and programmers, whoever created the reality, included this mysterious, beautiful aspect that only the pure of heart can find. People who believe in the magic of reality. This thing is hidden specifically for them. And I think it's beautiful and poetic. So, solutions. How do you access this information? It's simple, man. Sit down at a desk with a piece of paper and a pencil or computer, whatever you do. Invest time in yourself. Comb through your childhood memories. You may say that you can't remember your childhood. I know, because at first you can't. But the mind has a very fascinating part of the way it works. Its mechanics. If you put your mind's eye on any topic, negative or positive, anything in specific, if you focus your mind, hold fast your will on that topic, your mind is like a magnet and it draws things from your subconscious. It pulls memories that you hadn't seen or heard of in years since you were small. It'll come to the surface. It is inside of you. It cannot be lost. You just have to invest the time and the will. So spend time, invest time in yourself. Be patient, and you'll see for yourself if what I'm saying is true. Or I'll be proven to be a charlatan, one or the other. But see for yourself, don't believe what I'm saying. Dose. Pay special attention to things that stick out to you. And when I say things that stick out to you, I mean obsessions. What were you obsessed with as a child? You must know what you were obsessed with. I was obsessed with making mixtapes in my room. I had a little double cassette deck, like a lab, a little makeshift studio in my room. And I made obsessive, compulsive mixtapes where I obsessed over the tiniest detail of time and songs flowing into one another with the emotion being preserved. It had to be exactly that way. I mean, I was like 11 years old. If I was a parent and I came in and I saw myself doing this as a kid, I would say, this kid is creating some kind of content. What is he doing? It was all there in my childhood. Today, I still make content. I'm a musician. I have a band. We make records. Records are content of information, of expression, of waves. I produce podcasts. Check out the podcast, the Emerald Lane podcast. I'll put a link in the description. Amazing podcast. I'm doing this YouTube channel where I'm speaking about philosophy and perspectives on life. So is it a coincidence that I did this in my childhood? Some would say it is. I say it's not a coincidence. Pay attention to things that pop out, that flash. One thing that's very simple, very easy to focus on are movies. What movies were you obsessed with as a kid? For me, I was obsessed with the movie Tron. First CGI movie ever in the history of mankind. It took place in a computer simulation. The characters were computer programs that were carrying out the objective of their users. Users were basically gods, the programmers of the simulated game. I was obsessed with this movie. And look, today, I'm obsessed with this reality being a simulation. So much to the point where I am creating a YouTube channel and I'm talking about it. Another big thing are repetitive themes you heard constantly in your childhood. Repetitive themes are like beacons flashing in the darkness. As a little kid, expressing myself normally, just in the flow of the conversation, I would constantly hear the phrase, "You're weird." Yo, dude, your cousin is like so weird. You're a weirdo. But looking back, it's obvious that the way I was communicating, naturally, I was thinking out of the box. My ideas were unusual. My perspective was strange. That is the DNA makeup of what an artist is, or a creator. Let's just say a creator now. But it doesn't matter. The point is the phrase that you heard, the repetitive phrase you heard that is pointing out to you things about your character and about your future. So pay attention to these things. They're invaluable. So, to summarize, this life is magical. There are many secrets in the programming that if you know about, you can use them. In your childhood is hidden a secret map of your destiny. It's laid out symbolically in your childhood. Invest time and effort into combing through your memories, and you can see if what I'm saying is true or if it's not true. You'll see for yourself. Always verify things for yourself. Don't just listen to what I'm saying, and don't just listen to what your parents are saying or to what the social structures are saying in college or your job is saying or people who are misinformed are saying around you how your life should unfold, what your options are. I assure you, there's a more wide spectrum of what your options are. Listen to your intuition. And that's all I want to say. Please, like and subscribe, not for my glory, not for my ego. You think I want to be here on camera, exposing myself, all of my eccentricities and flaws to strangers, throwing ideas into a void? You think I want to be here doing this? Okay, there's a part of me that wants to be here doing this. There's a part of me it's natural to do this. Let's get the message of more novel solutions out. That's how we expand society. We need more solutions. If you like and subscribe, you trigger the algorithm. We use the viral power we have in the technological era that we're in. So I'd appreciate that. Please visit the website, MLane. So I'll see you on the next video.